Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ara Radio, Animal Radioactive. I am your host, Philly Stallone. Hope you're all doing good this week. Something's been on my mind this week. I was at a vigil, and one of the employees came up to me and said, "What about your parents? Are your parents vegan?" And I thought about that. I answered him, by the way. I said, no, my parents aren't vegan, but they've come a long way. They've eliminated most of the meat they eat. By the way, I don't live with my parents. We don't even live in the same country, so it's hard for me to have daily access to them. The slaughterhouse worker had a great point. Is it hypocritical if I'm out on the street fighting for animals, getting people not to wear animals or getting people not to eat animals? However, I live with a spouse that eats animals that's not vegan, or I live with a spouse that wears animals like leather, down, fur, you name it. And it doesn't even have to be my spouse. It can be my children. It can be my siblings. It can be whoever it may be. But point is it hypocritical? If this applies to you, if you are an activist and your immediate family, somebody in your home is wearing or eating animals, it is hypocritical, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. Send me an email. Let me know what you guys think about that. This is a very interesting topic for me. On March 17th, we were at a vigil for Brooklyn Queens Animal Save in Flushing, Queens. It was the 1-year death anniversary of a cow that was murdered right before our eyes as we went into one of these live markets and witnessed something disturbing. We witnessed something inhumane, unethical. It was the murder of this cow. But I warn you, it's not easy to watch. It's not pretty to watch. But if you eat meat, it's your reality. So instead of turning away, then maybe you should watch it. You should watch the reality of what you're doing. The reality of what's on your dinner plate every single day. For breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, multiple times a day. So don't turn away.
Sarah, watch my son.
Hello.
They're murdering a cow right now. They're murdering.
You didn't film nothing. You see the scene?
You guys cannot record.
Why not?
They don't allow it here.
No teacher, no teacher.
You know how many people eat a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich for fucking breakfast? I hear it all the time. It's a popular in the delis. Oh, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. It's like the go-to thing. But let me tell you about a bacon, egg, and cheese. A bacon, egg, and cheese is a sandwich that is about that big, right? It's about that big. It takes you about 5 minutes to eat it maybe, right? But on this sandwich, on this one small sandwich that takes you 5 minutes to eat, 3 animals dead forever, forever. Bacon, a pig, egg, a chicken, and cheese, a dairy cow. And I already explained to you guys in the last episode of what happens to dairy. If you're still not familiar with what happens with dairy or how dairy is produced, go watch episode 1. I explain it in as much detail as I possibly can. 3 animals gone forever. And that's just the beginning of your day. What privilege is it of yours to take 3 beings' lives away for one small sandwich? After you're done with that sandwich, you'll probably never think about it again. Chances are you're going to have lunch. And at lunch, guess what? You'll probably have another animal. And then you'll have dinner. And that's another animal. So in the course of one day, you're taking the lives of about 3 to 5 animals every single day. Come on, wake up, pay attention to what we're doing. This is insanity. This is barbaric. This is uncivilized. And there's so many more civilized options. It is 2019, so this is something to think about. March 28th was a historical day in New York City because Intro 1476 was introduced by Speaker of the House, Corey Johnson. Basically, Intro 1476 is a bill that would ban the sale of fur in New York City. The balcony was packed, all with furriers. And they were all holding little signs that said, "Protect my business." It's funny how humans are selfish. Your sign says, "Protect your business." But what about the lives of animals? What about the lives of sentient beings? A chinchilla's about that big, right? You know how many chinchillas it takes to make one full-length coat? It takes like 50, 60, 70 animals. If it's a full length, all the way down, like a 3/4 jacket, we're talking about 100, at least a minimum of 100 chinchillas for one jacket, one simple jacket. And when you walk into these fur stores, jackets are all over the place. They're hanging on the racks. They're all over the walls. So we're talking about thousands, tens of thousands of animals dead. If it's foxes or raccoons, we're looking at like 30 to 50 animals for one item. It's kind of like the bacon, egg, and cheese. One sandwich, 3 animals dead. One jacket, dozens and dozens and dozens of animals dead. Why is this okay? Why is this acceptable? When the meeting was over and we were walking out of City Hall, I approached some of the furriers and I asked them what they thought about the fur ban. Let me show you what I mean.
Would anybody who supports fur like to say anything about
You still have a phone?
Would you? Well, it's not even a phone. It's an iPod.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to say anything about them not speaking today about it?
No. We're all the same type. You know, do what you gotta do. We'll do what we gotta do.
How do you feel about what the animals go through? By the way, if you don't mind me asking, would anybody like to say something about what the animals go through here? I know you guys are all here in support of fur.
Is this a private meeting, sir?
It's not a private meeting, so this is a public area. So no, all you are here to support fur, and nobody will say anything about the abuse of animals or how they feel about it.
Abuse of humans.
What about the abuse of humans? Did you come here today for the abuse of humans, or did you come here today for fur? See, so what exactly is your point? Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I was asking them, what do you guys think about the cruelty to animals? None of them turned around and wanted to talk to me. Instead, I heard jokes. One guy even said to me, "Oh, well, what about the cruelty to humans?" What? Did you go to City Hall that day, Mr. Furrier, because of cruelty to humans? No, you didn't. Because if there was cruelty to humans, which there is in the world, you probably wouldn't do nothing. You probably wouldn't even get up out of bed as long as you're okay. You know, but you did go that day to City Hall, and you went because of your business of selling cruelty, the business of fur. So when I asked you a very relevant question, answer me with dignity. Have a conversation with me. I'm not the enemy. I don't know you personally. I just know that what you're doing is wrong. There's many ways to approach somebody on the street wearing fur. My personal opinion and my favorite way of doing it is to educate them, start a conversation, see where they're at, you know, and take it from there. You might have a good connection. That doesn't mean that that's my only approach, and it also doesn't mean that that is the most effective approach. Some people are not ready for a peaceful conversation or for some knowledge. Some people must be pulled out of their box because they live in their own little world. It's like if I come to talk to somebody about fur and I'm really nice, but they keep walking and they ignore me, I'm never going to conversate with them. Nothing will ever happen. But if I approach the same person and they're not being receptive and they're just ignoring me, then my tone changes and it goes up a notch or two, and maybe my words aren't as nice. That might make that person react right away and be like, "Oh shit, what's happening?" And then they'll start paying attention. So some people do need to be grabbed out of their own little fantasy world that they're in. I don't knock any form of activism. I do, however, recommend the peaceful approach first. I do not believe in going up to somebody and start yelling right away and screaming right away, because that's just stupid. That's just, to do that, it means that you have no outreach skills. But that's my own personal opinion. I feel that if you do have outreach skills, use them. But don't let outreach skills be your only arsenal. Be prepared to do whatever it takes. Be prepared to be able to execute whatever other forms of activism or outreach you have in your arsenal that you are equipped with to make a connection to get through to this person. There's not just one way to do this. There's different ways of doing it. But there's also a smart way of doing it. So do it smart. You know what I'm saying? Don't just start yelling at people on the street, because what if you start yelling at somebody who is completely open and willing to listen to what you have to say? Guess what? Now you lost that person. Now you lost that person. And the shaming didn't work. But at the end of the day, the job is to speak up for animals. So find the best and most effective way that you are capable of doing it and do it. On March 19th, here in New York City, a cow escaped from slaughter on the Major Deegan Expressway. The cow was later rescued by Mike Sturra from SkyLands Sanctuary. He does great work over there. Thank you very much for what you do and for what you continue doing. The cow has now been named Kristen. Congratulations on your liberation, Kristen. Hopefully we get to meet you soon. And we're very happy that you get to live peacefully now without the fear of ending up on somebody's dinner plate. One of the officers was caressing her after she was tranquilized, showing compassion, you know. It was actually beautiful. Also, NYPD Chief of Detectives Dermont Shea, in a news conference, mentioned that this experience gave him something to think about the next time he eats lunch. Michelle Charlesworth, ABC News reporter, also agreed with his statements. In other animal news, big shout out to Astoria Cat Rescue. Got a chance to help them out with some TNR work a couple weeks ago. For those of you that don't know what TNR is, TNR stands for Trap, Neuter, Return. And what that means is that you find a colony of cats on the street. Then you trap them. Then you take them to get fixed, whether they be neutered or spayed, so that they can't no longer reproduce on the street, because cats are reproducing on the street at such a high rate, and it's creating more animals that are going to suffer out there. They have to fend for themselves. So they get trapped, and after they're neutered, they're returned back to where they were trapped. So then they can go back again to being with their families or their friend or the environment that they're used to or the environment that they're familiar with, their homes, basically.
She'll be. You okay?
Yeah, he's taking.
What's happening right now, Berto?
Well, right now we're volunteering with Astoria Cat Rescue. Katerina is going to release a cat that has been neutered, or spayed or neutered. I'm not sure if it's a boy or girl. And she's been. This cat's being released back to her colony, and we're aiming the trap away from the street because we don't want the cat to be scared and go into the street.
Come on, baby girl.
Yep, there she goes. And that's going to be a whole bunch of less babies.
Shout out to Charlotte and the whole Astoria Cat Rescue. They feed about 16 colonies every day. That is a crazy job. If you deal with cats, you got to be committed, because now you got a colony that has to eat, and you eat every day, right? So cats got to eat every day too, whether rain, sleet, or snow. And throughout the winter, it's terrible. A lot of people that go out there and feed cats are out there in 10-degree weather, freezing weather, you know, and they do it all just to go feed another sentient being. Shout out to all you people that do that. That is hard work. I go to a lot of demos. I go to a lot of protests. But when I started getting involved with cats, whole different ball game. You really got to be committed. And I'm not taking anything away from going to protests or demos. No, because that's the shit right there. You got to put that work in, please. That's so important. Protesting does work. But it's just a whole new level, because when you go to a protest, if you're dedicated and the campaign is a steady running campaign, chances are you'll be out there once every week. But if you're into cats and if you're taking care of a colony of cats, you got to be out there every single day, feeding them, giving them water. And like I said, in the winter months, it's not just horrible to be out there in the freezing weather feeding the cats because your hands are freezing. When you give them water to drink, the water freezes and then they can't drink it. This is also horrible for the cats in the street. These animals a lot of the time freeze to death. You leave with a broken heart every day. Shout out to the people that feed cats and take care of cats and do TNR, and people that put shelters out in the winter for cats to stay warm. If you do see a shelter out there and you're a super, or you own a business, or you're a homeowner, or whatever it is, leave the shelter alone. Don't destroy the only source of warmth that these animals have on the street. Let them animals live there until the winter's over, and then when the weather gets warmer, you could get rid of the shelter. Do the right thing, care about each other. And when I say each other, I don't just mean people. I mean sentient beings. I mean all living beings, okay? There's many cat rescues in New York City. Don't buy animals. That's terrible. Don't support breeders. There's a lot of shelters that need dogs and cats adopted that don't have homes. So if you have a loving heart, go adopt. Go adopt a baby, You never know. Your new best friend might be in a shelter right now in dire need of a home. So do the right thing. Adopt, don't shop. We had the pleasure of hanging out at Tamerlaine Sanctuary in New Jersey to celebrate one of our dear friends' birthdays. Happy birthday, Paola. We hope you had a great time. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for being a great animal rights activist. You have done so much for animals, and you still continue to do so. So it was only right that we came to show you love on your special day. Let's check out some footage of our special day at Tamerlaine. They're so little, such little babies. Feeding time. Thanks to sanctuaries like Tamerlaine, these babies will get to grow up, grow old, and have a life. They won't be slaughtered because you have a food craving. They won't be slaughtered for your taste buds. Hi. Come here.
Jonathan's like, these damn pigs. I used to be the center of attention, now these pigs.
Look at this little fella. Oh!
Jonathan?
It's tough. You're a tough one.
You got a tiny little rooster. What are you saying?
My favorite. Hi. Y es tan buena. I don't know.
Hi. Hi. Here's where the big babies are. These babies are huge. Hi. Hi. Hello, Mr. Turkey. Oh, Mr. Turkey. Look how they play with each other. They're following each other back and forth. Look at that. You see? Turkeys, man. They play games with each other. They have feelings. They're awesome, bro. See? Turkeys want love. Turkeys like love. They don't want to end up on your dinner table on Thanksgiving. No way. That's not what turkeys want. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Hi. Oh, I hear you breathing. I hear you breathing in my ear. You're breathing in my ear. Huh? If you notice the top of the turkey, he's got red and like blue. That changes colors depending on their mood. Turkeys are amazing. Turkeys are like wizards. Right? Isn't that right? You're like a wizard? Right? Hey guys. Where you guys going? Huh? Wanna come chat? No? Alright. What about you?
Run away.
Wanna say something? Wanna say hi? I know you guys wanna say hi, right?
Hi.
Who wants to say hi?
Hello, he doesn't
Who? Who wants to say hi? I know.
Pinky.
I know.
Hello, Pinky.
Yes. Say hi. Oh, so sweet.
I know.
Just like humans, they have emotions, they have feelings, They have a sense of unity with each other.
Yeah, look at these horns. Look at those. What are you scratching? Oh, are you scratching yourself with your horn? Oh, that's a neat trick. That's a neat trick.
Goldie.
He likes you. Come here. Come up here. Hi. Say hi. Look at the teeth on you. Can we see your teeth? Look at those teeth. Who wants to see the cutest sheep in the world? Hey, come here. Say hi. Hey, cutie pie. Come here. Come here. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Oh! Where you going? Where you going? You're like a little dog running around. You gonna let me pet you or what? Come here, you little fatty. You better come here. I'm gonna chase you. I'm gonna chase you, little fatty. Oh, get the fatty. Oh, get the fatty. Hi. Come here, little fatty. Oh, little fatty. That's a fat little sheep. Oh, you're so cute. Come here. I can't run too much. Oh, hi. How are you? Tell me something. Tell me anything. Really? Are you serious? Hi, guys. Hi, little sheepy. Hi, little sheepy. Look at this. To all you people out there that eat steaks, think about it. Think about that this animal has to die in order for you to have a little tiny slab of their body. That just seems so unjust. It seems so unfair, so cruel, so evil. You know? This animal will no longer be able to see. This animal will no longer be able to smell, taste, hear, nothing, smell, nothing. Just because you wanted a steak. Don't be a selfish human being. Don't be a selfish human being. Right, Papa? Right, Papa? No selfishness, right? It's your big screen debut. What are you doing? Oh, yeah. Oh. You bit my beard. It's not hay. It's not hay. Respect all life, people. Tell them. Say, don't be an asshole. I'm not a hamburger. I'm not a hamburger. You know, I'm not a steak. I'm not a shish kebab.
No, you're a sentient being.
That's it. You're a what?
A sentient being.
That's right. A sentient being, ladies and gentlemen. And all they want to do is just live their lives. The same way you want to live your life, these animals want to live their lives just like you. These horses pretty much just hang out all day long, doing whatever they want. They eat, they run, they go to sleep. They just live their lives without anybody coming to bother them. No, you will not see a saddle on these horses. Hell no. That's the worst thing you could do to a horse is put a saddle on their backs and make them drive a human around or ride a human around. This ain't an amusement park. And I'm not a ride. I'm a being. You'll never see saddles on these horses. You'll never see these horses pushing a horse carriage. Nothing. This is how horses should live, without humans bothering them or exploiting them for any reason whatsoever. Not for any labor reasons, not for any monetary reasons, nothing. And please don't buy animals. Do not buy animals and call them your pets. Or say you own them. No. If you're going to get an animal, you rescue them. Like these horses were rescued. Happy birthday to you. Happy
to you. Happy birthday, dear Paula. Happy birthday to you.
You guys know what I'm gonna wish, right?
Hey, woo.
Thank you.
It's nice seeing animals live freely, right? It is. It's not like a zoo where you go and the animals live in cages and behind bars. When I was a kid, I didn't know better. I used to love going to the zoo. I used to love going to the aquarium. I would think that if I go to the aquarium, that would be me showing my love for these whales or these dolphins or these turtles, or these fish, or my love for lions and elephants. But I was so wrong. On the contrary, when I walk in there and I purchase a ticket, or my parents purchase a ticket, we're just putting money right back into the business of oppression. If you love animals, if you have children that love animals, I highly recommend you take them to a sanctuary. You're going to see animals in a way that you're probably not used to seeing. Visit your local sanctuary. That's the only way you should be taking your children or your family to see animals. There's many sanctuaries here in the tri-state area. You'll see a chicken in a way you've never seen a chicken. You'll see a cow in a way you've never seen a cow, a sheep, a goat. There's many different animals depending on the sanctuary you go to. Forget about it. You got llamas, so many different animals to see. It's a real eye-opener, and it could change how you view them, because many of us view animals as just a product, just a commodity, but they're not. They're sentient beings just like you. Now you can see them in a different light. Now you can see them as individuals, So that's why it was so important for us to honor Valiente, the bull that we saw murdered at 12 Baskets a year ago, and that's why we had that vigil in honor of him. I want to show you guys the t-shirt that I'm wearing today. It's from New York Farm Animal Save, and it says, "Empathy and compassion can change the world." And it can. All right, guys, we've come to the end of another episode of ARA Radio, Animal Radioactive. Hope you guys like the show. Keep subscribing, keep sharing, and stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.
My name is Paola. I'm here with Peanut. We just want to remind you to watch ARA Radio. It's so good. Seriously, watch it. Right? Tell them.
With Total Liberation New York, and Total Liberation New York supports something else that I'm very fond of working on, which is Biting Back New York City Art Show fundraiser. It is Friday, May 3rd. It is the opening night from 7 to 12 at A Bar in Brooklyn. Please look up Biting Back NYC on either Instagram or Facebook. Come, enjoy, buy art, have a drink, have a vegan cupcake, and support Second Chance Rescue and support the animals. Thank you.
Another squirrel video for all you scumbag hunters out there that hunt squirrels. Remember, this is the only way that you should interact with a squirrel. You see? That's it.